Ryan Carter never imagined that a single evening would erase 5 years of love, loyalty, and sacrifice. But everything changed when his girlfriend, Lily Bennett, sat across from him with an expression so calm that it felt almost frightening before quietly admitting she had fallen in love with another man who made her feel more alive than he ever could. She explained that she no longer wanted a simple future built on trust and stability, because she believed she deserved a life filled with luxury, excitement, and constant adventure, leaving Ryan completely speechless as every dream they had planned together collapsed before his eyes. Without showing the slightest hesitation, Lily packed her clothes into 2 large suitcases, looked around the apartment they had decorated together, and casually told him he could keep the furniture because she would be moving into her new boyfriend's upscale condominium that very night. Speaking as though 5 years of memories could be replaced as easily as old decorations, Ryan wanted to ask hundreds of questions, but his heart was too broken to form the words, and all he could do was watch the front door close behind the woman he had trusted more than anyone else, never realizing that her decision would become the greatest mistake of her life. For weeks afterward, the apartment felt painfully silent because every room reminded him of birthdays they had celebrated, vacations they had planned, and promises they had whispered about growing old together, making even the smallest memories impossible to escape, no matter how hard he tried. Instead of chasing after Lily or begging her to return, Ryan made a quiet promise to himself that if his life was going to change forever, then he would become someone stronger, wiser, and happier than the man who had been left sitting alone on that heartbreaking night, completely unaware that destiny was already preparing an extraordinary future for beyond anything either of them could have imagined. During the following months, Ryan poured every ounce of his energy into rebuilding the life that had been shattered, arriving at work before sunrise, volunteering for difficult projects, studying advanced management skills at night, and refusing to let heartbreak define the rest of his future. His determination impressed the executive team, who selected him for an exclusive leadership development program that challenged him to become a confident decision-maker capable of leading entire departments. And with every new accomplishment, he slowly realized that his confidence had always existed beneath the self-doubt created by constantly trying to satisfy someone who could never be satisfied. As his professional success continued growing, Ryan earned a major promotion, a substantial salary increase, generous company bonuses, and the opportunity to purchase a beautiful modern home that reflected the peaceful life he had worked so hard to create through discipline and perseverance. One quiet weekend while shopping for furniture to complete his new house, he unexpectedly heard a familiar voice softly call his name, and when he turned around, he found Lily standing only a few steps away, looking nothing like the confident woman who had walked away months earlier because the sparkle in her eyes had been replaced by exhaustion, regret, and disappointment. After several awkward moments of silence, she admitted that the glamorous relationship she had chosen had completely fallen apart because the man she believed was perfect had lied to her from the beginning, constantly manipulated her emotions, flirted with countless other women, and eventually abandoned her without any concern for the promises he had made, forcing her to confront the painful reality that the excitement she once chased had never been real at all. Lily hesitated before quietly asking whether Ryan would be willing to meet her for coffee, so they could talk about everything that had happened since the day she left. But Ryan calmly shook his head, because he understood that reopening old wounds would only disturb the peace he had fought so hard to rebuild. She pleaded for a few minutes of his time and admitted that she had been immature, selfish, and blinded by appearances, explaining that she finally understood the difference between temporary excitement and genuine love. Yet Ryan gently reminded her that trust is not destroyed by one careless decision, because it disappears through countless deliberate choices made over many months. A few days later, Ryan received a long message in which Lily accepted full responsibility for her actions, describing how loneliness had forced her to confront every painful consequence of the choices she had made, and confessing that she now recognized the unconditional support she once took for granted. He carefully read every word without anger or satisfaction, before quietly closing the message without replying because he no longer needed apologies to heal. Realizing that true closure comes from moving forward, instead of returning to the past. As the seasons passed, Ryan continued growing both personally and professionally, mentoring younger employees, strengthening friendships, and discovering a level of happiness that no promotion or financial success alone could provide, because it was built upon self-respect, inner peace, and the confidence that his future no longer depended on someone who had failed to appreciate his worth. Nearly a year after rebuilding his life, Ryan accepted an invitation to the wedding of a longtime friend, where he met Sophia Morgan, a talented interior designer whose warm smile and genuine kindness immediately made every conversation feel natural and effortless. Unlike anyone he had known before, Sophia never judged him by his income, appearance, or social status, because she admired honesty, loyalty, and character above everything else. And as they spent more time together, they discovered countless shared interests that slowly grew into a relationship built on trust, patience, laughter, and mutual respect. Months later, they were walking hand in hand through a lively winter festival filled with glowing lights, music, and families enjoying the holiday season, when Ryan unexpectedly noticed Lily, standing only a short distance away, watching them with quiet surprise. Their eyes met for several long moments before Lily slowly approached with a gentle smile that carried more sadness than hope, admitting she had spent many sleepless nights thinking about the life she had thrown away, and finally understood that real happiness could never be found through wealth, popularity, or temporary excitement. Looking at Ryan and Sophia together, she realized that the peaceful love she once considered ordinary had actually been the rarest gift she would ever receive. And for the first time since their painful separation, she sincerely apologized, without making excuses or expecting anything in return, knowing deep inside that some opportunities disappear forever once they are carelessly abandoned. Ryan listened quietly before offering a gentle smile and telling Lily that he truly forgave her, because carrying resentment would only keep the past alive. But he also explained that forgiveness could never restore the trust that had been broken through repeated choices and hidden deception. Lily nodded with tears in her eyes, because she finally accepted that every decision carries lasting consequences, then wished Ryan and Sophia a future filled with happiness, before slowly walking away and disappearing into the crowd, leaving behind nothing except a lesson that would remain with all of them forever. As Ryan and Sophia continued their walk beneath the glowing lights, he realized that life's greatest victories are not about proving someone wrong, but about becoming the best version of yourself after surviving heartbreak, disappointment, and betrayal with dignity and strength. The people who truly value loyalty, honesty, and respect eventually discover that genuine love is never built on excitement alone, because lasting happiness always grows from trust, kindness, and unwavering commitment during both the brightest and the darkest moments of life. Please subscribe to our channel and share this video with your friends and family. We create entertaining and inspiring stories for our viewers, and your support helps us continue making great content for you.